That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yo, 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 what's good, gang? What's going on? How are we this afternoon? New York session, baby. Let's get with the program, guys. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone is doing very well today. Yes, I agree. It is a normal day in crypto. Come on. You think a drop like this is going to scare people off? Hell no. How is everybody, man? What's good, guys? Just going to wait for a few people to pass through. Shared it across to Twitter. Got it over to the Discord. So if you're new to the stream, guys, make sure you join the Discord because that's where everything is happening. All right. Yeah, she's all good, man. Crypto Jazz, she's all right, man. She had her injections today. And, you know, you're probably going to hear her in the background. She's a little bit tearful, but she's a machine. I had to tell her she was getting her Incredible Hulk injections, you know, so she was getting ready to turn green and what have you. So, yeah, you know, there's things that you have to say. You know, she loves her Marvel superheroes. You know, she ain't about, you know, dolls. Well, she is actually. She does enjoy playing with dolls and what have you, but she's got the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man. She's always doing that battle, and I'm always having to put that on YouTube. You know, that battle between Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man. And Superman, sorry. So, yeah. That's the story. So, who's in the room, guys? Who's in the room? Thank you so much for asking, by the way, bro. So, what have we got here? PC Shed, what's happening? Fat Ninja, Noriega, what's good? Who came in the room for Sack Trades? As always, bro. Sack Trades. Awatas, what's happening? Solange, how you doing? Wicked, wicked. We got a lot of love in the room today. Thad, what's happening? Paul, how you doing, bro? ZDC, SoulCal, how you doing, my brother? I've got your email, SoulCal, so I responded to the one of them, which is going to be revealed tomorrow in the masterclass for the Patreon. So make sure you guys are ready for that. What's up, Wing Commander? How you doing? Blind Meat Shield, how you doing, bro? Crypto Mojo, got a lot of love coming into the stream, man. Everyone is one. I know you've been watching for a while, my friend. But how you doing? Well, Sophia. Yeah, man. Premier Crypto, how you doing, brother? How you doing, man? All right, then. Cool. So let's get with the program, ladies and gentlemen. As always, let's do a bit of housekeeping. If you are new to the channel and it's your first time passing through, be sure to like and subscribe. You know how it is. But to all the new guys and my existing pattern watchers, let's have a conversation, guys. Well, actually, welcome to the Traders Reality. But come on, it wouldn't be a Traders Reality stream if there was not a boomer moment or a mistake. Come on. That's the basis of it all. So let's flip over. What's been going on? That's the key thing. What has been happening? Price has been rising to the upside. All right. And it hasn't looked back since. This is on the 15-minute time frame. Roll over to the 1-hour time frame so we get a clear view of what's going on. Now, when you see these fast moves happening, okay, they are false moves. Now, how long does a false move last for? That's the question. What if this false move to the downside actually triggers Bitcoin to continue lower? Well, we need to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. We are naturally expecting, okay, the market to continue back up because we are in line for a cyclical move to the upside. Okay, thank you very much, Crypto Face. Well done, bro. Well done. So we are naturally expecting price to rise to the upside because we are in a cyclical move up. So let me bring it down to you on the daily so that you can see things clearly. Okay. So look, right, ignore all these lines. Okay. But again, this is part of the practice, ladies and gentlemen. This must be done. All right. So you understand where you are with the general move. Okay. Because remember, market makers can't just move price in one direction continuously. They have to develop the behavior. They have to induce traders to step in. Okay. Now, our goal as traders is to be mindful of those moments where they trap traders into believing one thing is happening and then get ready to make our trades when the market maker's getting ready to make a move. Okay. So let's start off with the first pattern that appeared after the drop. We've got this big W formation, stopping volume, and green vector candles appearing below the key moving averages. Bitcoin makes a move up to the upside, forms level 1. Forms again another base, rises up, forms level 2. Bitcoin, as it stands right now, is now forming a level 3 rise. Now, what's important is this. If this move on the daily chart, okay, continues down lower, it would invalidate the move to the upside. That means we would still be in a level 2 consolidation. So we may only get a level 3 rise later on in the week or next week. It all depends what they do with this zone right here. Now, from now up until the next 2-3 days, if Bitcoin doesn't continue higher, we may get the retrace back down towards this zone right here, which is in line in essence with this sort of pattern. I'm expecting Bitcoin to make higher moves. Why? Because we've got a pool of liquidity. Now they have tapped this pool of liquidity right here. They've pulled back, but there's still more for them to go for. All right. Now, when you drop down the time frame down to the 4 hourly, where are we? Well, we're not in any zone that we need to be concerned about. All they've done is they've just brought price back down towards the 50 EMA. The 5 and the 13 haven't crossed over. It's a new 4-hour candle. It hasn't continued lower. Are we expecting New York to move price higher? Now, New York yesterday wasn't a Labor Day, so it actually hasn't had a chance to trade. All right? Officially, that is. The banks were closed, so money wasn't moving. Now, yes, money is still moving and cryptocurrency is still open, but you get the idea. I'm talking about banks, hedge funds, institutional funds as well, pools, insurance companies, okay? Yesterday, they were not allowed to come to their desks because it was Labor Day, bank holiday, however you want to call it. But today, they're back. And New York is 10 minutes in, and we've got the futures markets at 2:30. So today's going to be interesting. Will we see a continuation back up? Have they marked price lower in preparation for New York? Okay. Drop down another time frame. Go on to the hourly. What do we see? Well, you see Asia marked up price last night, kept the range very tight. UK brink session initiates the move to the downside, recovers the green vector candle and the blue vector candle. Look at where it landed. It's despicable, isn't it? It is crazy at the precision of these vector candles. Why? Because behind these vector candles is liquidity. Okay? Market makers go short at the highest possible point. Crypto face. Bro, please, the psychological local high and low for Ethereum and Bitcoin triggered after the liquidate. I think there are 3 orders between 49 and 59. Okay. Maybe. Let's have a look. The thing is, guys, okay, whatever conviction we have about where we think Bitcoin is going to go or where it's going to, what it needs to do, it's irrelevant. Okay, you know why? Because if they don't do it, okay, it would deem our conviction as pointless. So how do we get round that? Well, simple. We work on what's happening now. It's the now that we need to focus on. So during this move to the downside, they were working the previous pools of liquidity because market makers go short at the highest possible point. If they favored lower prices and they wanted to send price down continuously, they will probably send price down much more faster than the rate that they would have gone at just now or the last couple of hours or so. But there's nothing to say that they won't continue lower. That's the thing. They could actually send price down lower in New York. Now you can see they're working the lows. The next pool of liquidity for Bitcoin, in essence, could be this area right here. All right, which is back down at the 50 zone. But look at how many times they tested the 50 zone. They came up once, they came up twice, came down, marked the orders below the 50k point and broke straight through the whole number, which is the 50k zone. You've seen it bright as day. Okay? If you want to see the phenomenon of the whole numbers, okay, look at dollar yen. Okay? Straight at the range daily high. Where is it? Let me zoom in. Let me show you. There it is. Range daily high, 110 zone, green vector candle breaking through. Happy days. Okay? By that principle, gold is also pulling back, but it's actually stabilizing. All right? Because it hasn't gone lower, even though dollar yen has actually made a move to the upside. But what I'm trying to deliver here is the principle behind the whole and the half numbers. They play a massive role. Why? Because that is where people place orders. No one buys Bitcoin in bulk, should I say. Orders aren't placed in bulk at 50,164. No one does that. Okay? They do it smack bang on the 50K zone, the whole numbers and the half numbers. All right? That's how they do it. That's how they process orders. That's how they're able to visually determine where people's liquidity is sat. Because each of these candlesticks, guys, are a result of someone going long, going short. It's a result of someone believing it's going to go long and believing it's going to go short. It's the result of someone being fearful. It's the result of someone being greedy. And our job as traders is to try and work out what point we are in. Okay? Now, had to clear my throat there, man. Boy, didn't take a breath. Okay then, so what can we expect from New York? Well, considering that for the past 4 hours, okay, they haven't done much. Now we are in the US brink session, so things could get a little bit tricky here. Naturally, if we do see a retrace back up towards this zone right here, that would be favorable. However, what if they are preparing for a head and shoulders pattern? Yeah? What if they do decide to bring price back down towards this zone of the 50 zone right here and accumulate some more orders below that point in anticipation to break higher again at a later stage? Because that's all we have, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing else on the chart. All we have is what are they doing now? What have they done? And then that little voice in our head that says, well, what if they do this? What if they do that? That there is the battle of trading, ladies and gentlemen. That there where you are going to be speaking into speculation. All right? You are speaking into speculation. What if, what if, what if? It may go one way, it may go the other. Okay? Now, when it comes to trading, ladies and gentlemen, the odds are quite favorable. Your trade's either going to go positively or negatively. You're at 50-50. Happy days. But our goal is to try and improve the success of our decision and our understanding by trying to aim for the 70s and the 80% win rate. That there is all down to the psychology of how you deliver your ability as a trader when you come to managing money. All right? That's all it is. Your goal as a trader is to come to the charts and say, I'm happy to risk this amount of money because I believe this is what is likely to happen. If it doesn't, take your money out, start again. The idea is to stay in the game. Okay? So, whilst we're looking at Bitcoin, let's have a look at Ethereum. What's she been doing? Well, isn't it unfortunate how Ethereum, for the past few days, has been consolidating, whereas Bitcoin and XRP have been making gains to the upside? What's going on? Well, we understand something. Is this the fractional disparity? Because when both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and XRP, when they all drop at the same time, where's the disparity there? It just looks like there is a run for cover. Market makers have trapped enough traders at the highs, and now they're just making a run for their profits, the markdown phase, to recover their shorts that they had built on this move to the upside. You know why there's liquidity here, guys? Because traders don't close their winning positions, okay? They advertise their liquidation points. They show the market maker where their hand is. Well, our goal is to try and find the market maker showing his hand. We don't care about the retail trader's hand. We care about the market maker's hand, and he's just exploited all of them with this drop. Now, people would see that as the drop, that Bitcoin's going to go down to 20K, Ethereum's going to go down to 1,500, XRP is going to go to 30 cents. All because they've marked price down lower. I mean, come on, man. Look at where we are and look at where we were. We weren't feeling the same way when price was back at that zone right here, were we now? No, we were all about the moon. Now, all of a sudden, we're here in exactly the same spot, and everyone's thinking it's going to drop further. Granted, you know what? It could drop further, but who cares? We don't care about what price it needs to be or what it should be. We care about the behavior of the candlestick in and around certain zones in the chart. Isn't it coincidental how the last consolidation point that Ethereum was at over here is exactly the same spot they are right now, and you can see the wicks and the manipulations of price in and around the 200 EMA. All right? It's these sort of clues that are going to help you understand how the market maker moves. Okay? How are we, guys? Thank you so much for passing through to the channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. You know how the YouTube housekeeping story, you know how it is. Although I am quite reluctant to ask people to subscribe, but at least it's free to do. Guys, remember today, normally on a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, I go live at 2 p.m. GMT, and then I go live again at 10 p.m. GMT to summarize the day's events. So we stream twice a day, guys. So be sure to get involved. Okay, so in light of the fractional disparity, before Ethereum made the move break from the 1800 zone, okay, she was consolidating and then she made a move higher. All right. Now, whilst Ethereum was making the move higher, Bitcoin and XRP were actually stalling. But then we started to see a bit of behavior. Every time Ethereum would stall, Bitcoin and XRP would move. Here is the fractional disparity. Looking at Bitcoin's move to the upside and looking at XRP's move to the upside and then flipping back over to Ethereum, we see nothing. Why? Because they were holding Ethereum and moving Bitcoin and XRP. Now, this may be the opportunity for the market maker to absorb all the liquidity for the longs who got liquidated and use that as an opportunity for them to build their longs at lower prices and mark price back up again. But remember, guys, as I just said, we're speaking into speculation. Our idea, or whatever it is that we say about price, okay, is only based on what is happening right now. I don't want to mislead you into believing, oh, Bitcoin could actually, or Ethereum could actually drop further. But you will not be surprised if it does. Why? Because you know there are vector candles in this zone. Okay? Now, if you look at this wick right here, you can see it actually recovered 50% of this green vector candle right here. Are they finished? We're at a 200 EMA. We've come back to the 200 EMA since the 30th of August. Okay, now from the 30th all the way over to the 7th, which it is today, doesn't seem like it's a long time. But when you haven't touched a key point in the chart, or in other words, a place where they can induce traders to believe one thing against the next and reset the zones, you know, it's been a while, man. Because look, the 50 EMA they've been riding this 50 all along. But they come down to the 200 as the next point of interest because traders trade off these zones. There are orders in these zones. Okay? So, VET is flying. Give it a check. I'll have a look at the altcoins very shortly, my friends. I just want to deliver the understanding behind what's going on. Okay? Understanding what candlesticks are doing. If there's something you take from this stream, whether you are new or whether you have been in the stream from day one, of which I am grateful for, please understand the importance of the candlesticks and how they develop. Remember, this is someone being fearful. This is someone being greedy. This is someone who's at the bar right now talking to his best mate, showing him that he's got liquidity to sit through a drawdown. This is someone who is committed to Bitcoin or Ethereum as a whole. It's all psychological. People only come to the charts if they've got a reason to buy. Look at all the indicators across the board. Like I said to you before, go to TradingView, type in the letter G, and I guarantee you'll see a bagload of indicators that you can try out. Tell me, how are you going to maintain any form of consistency or understanding on how to apply a strategy when there's a choice of so many? Okay? This is why people come back to trading, because they're always led to believe that there could be another way around it, another way, another way, another way. Okay? No one sticks to one thing. How can you be a jack of all trades and a master of none? This is why I stuck with dollar yen. Going around, all the guys that were teaching crypto forex, they would all say pick 4 or 5 foreign exchange pairs and just, you know, keep an eye on them. I thought to myself, hold on a second, why don't I just pick one forex pair and master it and study its behavior and understand it? Well, all the time that I spent on dollar yen, I understand how she behaves around key levels. Dollar yen tends to respect levels very well. The cryptocurrency coin that respects levels very well is Ethereum. Ethereum, but technically, is the best crypto coin out there, in my opinion. It's the best technically traded coin. Why? Because it respects levels really well. Okay, Bitcoin is the loony. It's crazy. Okay, it goes from one point to the next. But remember, Bitcoin is the fashionable coin. Okay, Bitcoin is spoken about and being adopted, El Salvador and what have you. They're embracing cryptocurrency as, legal tender. Great news for Bitcoin. Okay, but look at the manufacturing behind Ethereum. Look at what's going on there. There's a utility. It solves a problem. It creates opportunity. Okay, in my opinion, Ethereum is the beast of the coin. All right? It is. Look at the blockchain. Look at all the altcoins off the Ethereum blockchain. Look at how many people are employed. Yeah? Look how many people are in work because of the Ethereum blockchain. Which is why it surprises me that it's not trading more than Bitcoin. But then again, people are impressionable. To the average Joe, you're going to say, hey, do you know about cryptocurrency? Have you ever heard of that Bitcoin? Yeah, I know what that is. You say Ethereum to them, they think you're speaking French. Yeah? So, we understand what we can expect, okay? The behavior of the candlesticks is what's going to give us the clue. Because you need to imagine this. And again, another thing for you to take. When you come to the charts, the very first thing in the morning, what you need to do is have written down in front of you on a piece of paper that says, what is the market maker trying to make the retail trader think? And when you are able to answer that question, you will then be able to understand where the market maker is trying to lure the retail trader. Or you'll understand if he's trying to go short or he's trying to go long. Okay? Now, if that throws you off a little bit, conventional wisdom in trading is challenged in this channel. I'll tell you that now. Why? Because I'm explaining to you the business model behind how liquidity providers move price. Market makers, liquidity providers, okay? They move price higher, okay? And then they do that in order to induce traders to commit money in the chart. What reason would you have to buy when price is rising? Excitement. Fear of missing out. Your friends are buying. All the indicators that you've got are telling you to. You go onto YouTube, everyone's talking about Bitcoin going to 100 grand. There's your technique. There's your fundamental analysis. Why do you even need to look at anything else? Just pop onto YouTube. You've got your decisions. That's how retail traders come to the chart. And the market makers, they induce traders with these big green candlesticks. They feel like they're missing out. So they commit. That's how the market maker makes people buy. Because in order for someone to buy, someone has to sell, and that seller is the liquidity provider. Okay? You want more information on this, and you don't want to sit through all the previous streams that I have completed where I regurgitate this information over and over again. Jump into the Discord, because in there, everyone is having the conversation over and over again, because each moment in the chart is different, but the concept is exactly the same. There are three aspects to this hybrid systems, ladies and gentlemen. It's timing, repeatable patterns, and notable candlesticks. And my job in these streams is to enlighten you in helping you understand how they move. Okay? So, let's move over to the altcoins. Actually, let's flip over to XRP. All right? Let's have a look at what's going on there. Now, of course, these are my drawings. All right? And the reason why I leave them on there is because it helps me understand, when I project price, okay? Even if my chart is filled with loads of drawings, where I previously drawn a V or a W, if it played out, tells me that I understand how to visualize the intention of the market maker. Look at this W formation, smashed out of the zone, pulled straight back. Okay? Now, XRP has come all the way back down to the previous pool of liquidity. However, it has stayed within the previous accumulation. Yeah? Is this the new accumulation zone? Now, if they do come back up to this point, remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 50 EMA. Okay? Now, if they do come back up towards the 50 EMA, we need to be mindful. Okay? Because if they hit that zone and they don't continue higher, okay, naturally, they're going to be pulling back. All right? So, what is going on with the altcoins? Nothing. Except for this bad boy, FTM and Sol. All right? Now, what you need to understand is this, and I've said this to you many a times. Whenever the market is dropping, have a look at the coins that are outperforming the market. Just know that when the market goes back into the swing of things again and Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP is rising, you can bet your money that these two coins right here are going to explode with growth. Okay? Now, 2 seconds, guys. Okay, so moving on from that point, okay? FTM, Sol are currently performing very well, okay? But there's not that much across the board. Now, I know there are probably other coins that are actually doing very well. I just haven't got them on my playlist, on my watch list. So what I would like you guys to do is when this video finishes, in the comments on the video, please put down a bag of coins that you want me to include in the watch list so that I have, so I've got a fair overview of coins to take into consideration, because I know there are some winners out there right now. Yeah, let's have a look at QNT. Someone just said QNT is flying. Let's have a look. Here we go. QNT. Well, I wouldn't say it's flying, but it's doing very well. It's accumulating, okay? Because if we look at its behavior, okay, it's coming away from... Okay, cool. So if this is valid, as in a move to the upside, we would understand that we've got a pattern right here. So we would expect rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. So maybe later on in the week, when things start to turn, we could actually see price move higher and recover this previous zone. Okay, let me have a look at Fetch for a second. Here we go. Oh my days, Fetch. Are you serious? Oh my days. What a coin. What an absolute wonderful coin. Right. Let's see what we can get from the fact that Fetch has done this. Okay. Now, moving forward, remember, the altcoins tend to follow what Bitcoin and XRP are doing. Sorry, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. But when you see these sort of coins, when they start making moves like this, okay, you know that when the market turns back up again, these ones are going to explode. So maybe they're moving these coins, preparing them to start an accumulation. Okay, so this is what may happen. Price moving up. They're holding the zone. That gives a chance for Bitcoin and Ethereum to stabilize and move back up. So that when Ethereum and Bitcoin move up again, Fetch is going to continue. That's the principle behind how I understand the behavior and the fractional disparity between the altcoins and Bitcoin and Ethereum. I am going to include XRP in there because it's one of the heaviest traded coins. Okay, we see the disparity between Bitcoin and XRP moving when Ethereum is holding. Okay. Oh my God, Fetch agents confirmed by bots. You know what, Fetch, right? If you remember back in the streams, I was talking about Fetch, okay? And one of the fantastic things with Fetch is it's created a marketplace for wholesalers to hedge their exposure of their stock, but in form of smart contracts. So imagine if you're a farmer and you have several hundred tons worth of beef, okay? And we walk into a pandemic or there is a disease that is affecting all the cows out there and all the beef, okay? Well, if you've got several hundred tons of beef and no one's going to be buying it, what can you do? So you turn that beef into a smart contract based on its value. You then come to a marketplace provided by Fetch AI. And alongside other wholesalers in the same situation, you're able to hedge your exposure with other people's exposure. Okay? Unbelievable. The dynamics behind this coin are absolutely fantastic, man. Brilliant coin. Okay? Yeah, I bet it has. Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, Fetch is having a fetchable event. Okay, then. Algo's done very well. Okay, but look, it's pulled back, come back down to the 50 EMA, made a bounce from it. Every time it comes back to the 50, bounces away from it. Look at these pushes. Retrace, rise. Retrace, rise. Retrace, rise. Is that possible? Where could we project algo to go next? Let's have a conversation. So we have got a mini pattern right here, which was the weekend. Price rises up, retrace. Price rises up, retrace. Principal would say that they should continue back up, but in my opinion, what they will do is they'll probably stabilize for a little bit before they actually make the move. Okay? Cake, what's she doing? Cake's pulling back. Big pattern forming on Cake right here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely huge pattern if you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah? BNB. Oh, BNB took a little hit. But look at where she landed. She landed at the previous pool of liquidity. She landed in the last accumulation zone, but she hasn't broken lower. Look, do they do that by accident or what? Look at that. They whipped all the way down there, but they stayed within the range. That means it's a pattern reset. Okay, cyclical reset, sorry. But the pattern is still intact. Because you can have a W formation, all right, and price can go all the way down to this point right here, just before the end of the wick, which would invalidate the whole pattern, and it can pull straight back. That's exactly what has happened here. So the cycle is reset. So we naturally are expecting potentially another pattern to form in this zone. The peak over here is still valid, but the way they've moved price in this range is preparing us for potentially another pattern. Now, alternatively, they could just send price back up, and that would be fine. We may even see a little bit of a behavior like price rising like this, coming back down and then moving up. We might not get any second legs of this W formation. But just understand the intention. They shifted out of the zone, took out all the previous pools of liquidity, hit the liquidation points, and now they're stabilizing in this zone. New York, half past. Right now, the futures market is on its way. It's actually 2:30 right now. All right? So, it's all systems go. We will know what they are going to do, okay, once they reveal it. And it sounds cliche saying that, but that's the basis of uncertainty, ladies and gentlemen. You can't come to this chart and say, right, Bitcoin has to go to this price, otherwise it's crap. No, that's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. If it doesn't even see, okay, the 60K zone for another 3 months, you have to be okay with that. If Bitcoin drops all the way down to 20K, you have to be okay with that. Because once you start putting emotional attachment to what you deem Bitcoin to be valued at, so if you think it should be at 60, or you think it should be at 100, or you think, it's irrelevant. They don't tell you this. Everyone is fixated on price. When you buy something, it's price. Everyone is fixated on value. Okay? And they bring that sort of mentality into the marketplace. Okay? Now, this is the way I see things if I want to justify something. Okay? If I go and look at something and it's £100, I say, is it expensive? Maybe, maybe not. Right? I look in behind the £100. I don't look at if it's valuable or not based off the monetary amount that I am using to purchase whatever it is I'm purchasing. I look at convenience. So in other words, the product that I buy for £100, will it make my life easier? And can I justify paying that £100 to make my life easier? Then I will pay it. But people come to the marketplace with that sort of mentality. They think that Bitcoin should be X price. They should think it gets to 50, or they should think it goes to 70 or 80 before they can accept that it is valuable at that price, or it needs to be lower, it needs to be higher. Do you get what I'm saying? People are having this psychological battle on where they think it needs to be for them to accept whether to place an entry or not. Now imagine thousands and thousands of traders having that sort of same mentality and coming to the chart or waiting for an indicator to reflect that indecision as to where they think Bitcoin should be at what value and what rate. You know? Yes, I know, Jay. What I'm saying is, in retail, yes. But in trading, no. Do I need to explain the supply and demand concept about the green jumpers to help you understand why the concept of supply and demand in retail is different to the supply and demand factor in trading? Do you really need to hear that story again? Oh, man. I know. Nah. For anybody new to the stream, there is a story. And this story is all about green jumpers in helping you understand the concept of supply and demand. And you know what? It's good to remind people about understanding why supply and demand in the marketplace that is trading is not the supply and demand that you can expect. Okay? For example, supply and demand would say that when prices at these zones right here, it's because no one is interested in going higher. Please. I get angry even saying it. All right? How can you tell me the moon boy is happy for price to drop? Come on. Does the moon boy have any form of rational thinking? Look at AMC. Look at GameStop. Right? Look at what happened with that stock. It just kept going. It was a moon boy's dream. But in the marketplace, they say the reason why price drops is because there is a supply up here and there's no demand. Okay, then. Let me explain to you. A guy creates a shop. He sells 3 types of jumpers. The green jumper, the red jumper, and the blue jumper. He has 5 each. Okay? He opens his shop and then he waits for the customers to come in. At the end of the trading day, he takes a stock check. He sees he's got no green jumpers, he's got 4 red jumpers, and he's got 3 jumpers left, 3 blue jumpers left. The law of supply and demand would say he has to stock up on green jumpers. But when you see price making moves to the upside, okay, and it stalls, it's not because there is no demand here. Remember, we're talking about a moon boy here. All right? He doesn't stop price. He doesn't say, you know what, I'm going to take some profit. The reason why he doesn't think like that, because he holds his wins and he doesn't pay himself, which is why the market maker is able to reverse price and hit his previous pools of liquidity by tapping the liquidation and the margin points for the retail trader who just won't pay himself. Okay? So the reason why price reverses at the highs is because the market maker has trapped enough traders at the highest possible point to where he's able to then offload his shorts. Remember, he goes short when price is rising, not when it's dropping. That's what the retail trader does. Okay? The reason why he turns price back down is because if he continues to let price rise, he will be allowing the retail trader to realize a profit, and the market maker as a liquidity provider will be obliged to make sure that he fulfills those orders, because if he doesn't, he will break the market. So the market maker, as always, at the highs, sharply pulls back. Why do you see vector candles at the highs and price always pulls back? Why is it I always say to you, make sure you wait for the confirmation candle after to determine if they are going to continue higher? Here's an example. Look at this. Starting to come away from the zone, building up momentum, green vector candle. The next candle confirms it, moves out of the zone. Now remember, that's on an hourly, right? If you drop down to the 15-minute time frame, you're going to see that move to the upside develop, okay? There you go. So the first vector candle, price moves up. The second vector candle, you could have waited. The third and the fourth right there. You would have been able to get in long at that point and you would have seen a nice handsome return. Okay? Or you could have just simply tapped on this W formation. W formation, move out, shift out of the zone. Happy days. Okay? So, let's have a look. I'm going to have a look at a couple of more coins. I'm going to let you guys be because I don't want these lives to be too long. Okay, so here we are. What have we got here? ADA. Just move back. Where's ADA gone? Ooh, ADA's taking a little bit of battering. Look at that. Perfect W formation on ADA. Absolutely wonderful zone. We like those little patterns on ADA. Let's see if it holds. Okay. Holo. Let's have a look at Holo. I know Holo's doing pretty well. Here we go. Man, here we are. There you go. Look, everything is forming patterns. All right, everything is forming patterns. So we're waiting for New York. My advice to you is to pay attention to when the European session, that includes the UK, when the sessions close. Okay, when the US has free roam of the market, when London is officially closed, that is where we will start to see true intention. Okay, so they may even keep price in a range up until that point. So please be mindful. Another thing for you guys, just before I decide to go, okay, make sure you join the Discord because all the concepts discussed, okay, are discussed with all the guys in there. The community is fantastic. It's a mad community, but there's love, okay? We also have a Wikipedia, not a Wikipedia, but, you know, we've got the Traders Reality Wiki right there, where all of the concepts being discussed, okay, are put into this area. All right. And we do have contributors as well that put in information. They update it all the time. So you can get all of that in the Discord. It's free to join the wiki. Okay. You can access it. And all the links are in the description of the video. All right. So be good to see you guys there. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I will be going live again at 10 p.m. Okay, let me just give you one final breakdown, an overview just before we go. Look at what's going on. Bitcoin is now coming down towards this area right here. There is a vector candle in this zone. Please be mindful. Okay, they may even break down lower. They may even do a stop hunt low and then make a move back up. We are right now in the US brink session. Okay, so proceed with caution, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it can get a bit messy in this area. All right, so Ethereum at the same time, be mindful. She hasn't actually broken down completely yet. She's still holding the 800 EMA, which is the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Wait for them to show their hand, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the retail trader right now is getting caught out in stops. He's getting caught out trying to go short. That's why you're seeing price come down and spike back up. All right, so proceed with all cautions and protect yourself. Okay. And if you are new to the channel, guys, and you're trying to understand this strategy, don't worry, man. The market will be here tomorrow. All right? There's no rush. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for passing through. Okay? Make sure you put in the comments the coins that you want me to add to the watch list, and I'll get them populated for you tonight in this watch list right here. All right? Take care of yourselves, guys. Mad love and respect. Trade well, think well, be safe. All right? Take care, guys. Peace.